Here's my cards. I just unloaded some of the modern cards that I have that I'm not currently playing. Well, let's do a draft of Masters 25. Alright, everything looks good there. Izzet Chemist, Excellence, or Sorcery from your graveyard. I don't know what I'm in the market for here. Some common removal. Got Ash Barons at uncommon. This pack isn't exactly stellar. Path of Peace isn't bad. Guess I better make a selection. Diabolic Edict. We can go on the Blightning train. Oh, look, everybody's favorite dinosaur. What have we got here? Skirk Commando deals 2 damage. Gamma damage to a player, you may have it deal 2 damage to a creature that player controls. The Morph, we got Unearth. Got Curse Catcher. And a Merfolk Looter. Both of these are better than Blightning. Dark Ritual's interesting. We're gonna go Looter now. Curse Catcher is a sweet option, but I don't think it's where I want to be. Fathom Seer. Cloud Shift is always fun. Arbor Elf is good. Ambassador Oak. Act of Treason. I don't know what to take. There's a lot of blue cards in this pack. I'm definitely not taking Ghost Ship. Fathom Seer could get me deeper into my deck. Another Diabolic Edict. That's interesting. Listed Image isn't terrible. You know what? Let's stick with 2 drops. I'm punting this draft. Hey, Presence of Gond. There's only 1 blue card left in this pack. So that's a thing. I could take this for the lulls. Prevent all combat damage dealt this turn with cycling. Kavu Climber. Draw a card. I've yet to take... Okay, I've taken 2 creatures, but they're more utilitarian creatures. Never hurts to take a Lacerator, does it? Sigh of Shinobi. Okay, free equip. +1/+1. That's interesting. We got Trumpet Blast. We can borrow 1,000 arrows. Got Auramancer. That Death's Head's Buzzard is really calling my name. Oh, we're gonna take Arcane Denial. Myriad Landscape. And it's a battlefield tapped. Sacrifice it. Search your library from 2 basic land cards. Share a land type. Put them onto the battlefield tapped. Okay, that's a weird ramp land. We got Court Hussar. We got my buddy Dusky over here. Let's go aggro. Try to. Oh, why do I have this open? Nobody needs to see pictures. Make my cards a little bigger. We are recording. We are recording. I am touching my nose. Come on, give it to me. What's Uptown Funk gonna give to me now? This is the part when you're in a draft queue that you're praying your internet doesn't just drop you. Right now I got 3 blue cards, 3 black cards, and I'm just gonna try to go low and aggro. Granted, the looter doesn't necessarily fit that plan. Fathom Seer being a 1/3 doesn't necessarily fit that plan. Arcane Dial could be pretty sweet. Come on, please don't die. Don't be crashed. Don't be crashed. Hey, I hear it. Got another Diabolic Edict. My bestie Pyrehound over here. 3/2 unblockable. That you can effectively pay 3 mana over 2 turns for. And Totally Lost. So a hard removal spell. A removal spell that they get to choose what they get rid of. We're going to take the Mystic, I guess. Totally Lost wouldn't be bad, but be a good name for a draft series if I decided to do one. On a turn, target creature gets return. Oh. Interesting. All creatures gain fear this turn, cycling. When you cycle Dredge, you may have target creature gain fear this turn. That could be a good finisher against a non-black deck. Traction Helix could be just hard-ish removal. And stuff urges didn't attack this turn. Deals 2 damage unless it came under your control this turn. We can get another Mystic. We can get an Urge Rider. This is the pack I opened. There's an Unearth. Do we take the 2 mana 2/3? Yeah, we're feeling aggro here. Another Fathom Seer. Another Commando. No love for the Dreadmaw. No love for the Dreadmaw. Fathom Seer to keep digging me deeper. Or I could go like the Sui Black deck and just try to get 2 or 3 creatures out. I think we're going to take another 5-drop here. There's a very, very late Relentless Rats. Could that really be a thing? Seeing it 5 cards left in the pack probably means nobody's going to prioritize them. Pack 2 or pack 3. What do you do? Interesting. Take that. Put it over here. Couple of blue cards. Chain and Tethers. Tap 4. Yeah. Active Treason to the board. And I got Totally Lost foil as my last pick, so glad I didn't waste a pick spot on it. For all creatures you don't control, they cannot be regenerated. Yeah, we're going to take the Plague Winds. I don't think it's expensive, but when pack 2 gives you an on-color rare, I don't see passing it as a good thing. Although Swords to Plowshares is in this pack. Zulu Point Cutthroat, I'd love to get my hands on 1 or 2. Because the drain effects could actually help this deck finish off games, but there's no way we're getting up to that mana. Maybe I will take some Dark Rituals. Get really dumb with this deck. Not going to turn down Murder here. It is the only black card in the pack. Interesting. Curiosity is on my short list. Bloodhunter Bat isn't bad. Prophetic Prism. Stain. Yep, we're taking Curiosity here. Nim Mizzet, literally in every deck, or in every set ever. Take a 2 mana 1/1. So that's alright. Sort. I convert a mana cost. Draws me cards. Make you a little bigger. Do some deck building. Foil Flooded Grove. We got a Street Wraith here. Got a Will-O-Wisp. We got a Bloodhunter Bat. Yeah, I don't see me needing the Will-O-Wisp. We'll take What's Gaishu of the Falls? Generally comes with... Okay. That's the land enchantment. That's interesting. We're taking the Street Wraith. I will pay some life to cycle him. Or cast him to try to finish out a game. There's no way I'm getting up to 9 mana for Plague Winds. That's interesting. There's the Court Hussar again. So many Dreadmaws. I think we take a Supernatural Stamina here. Kind of priced myself into blue-black aggro. There's a Curse Catcher. There's another Choking Tendrils. Or Choking Tethers. Phantasmal Bear sounds perfect for this. Gotta make sure I have enough creatures in my creature deck, right? Pillage! Soon to be Pauper sideboard art. Pauper sideboard. All-Star. Shut down Tron and Affinity. Case closed. Twisted Image, Ghost Ship. Yeah, Ghost Ship. The second stamina. There's Defendgraph. There's a land I can play as a morph, which is interesting. I think we'll take the morph land here. I could have had like 30 of these for the lulz, but I don't know how I'd win the game. Regrowth, return target card from your graveyard to your hand. I do love me a Browbeat, but I am not playing 3 colors. I guess we take Regrowth. No. Yep. Take the Shoreline Ranger. Take Dark Ritual. Primal Clay, no thanks. Disenchant, I guess I take the Clay. In case I go bigger than I plan. Dirge of Dread, yeah, sure. We got a Fetid Heath, we got Zombify, and we got another Looter. I probably shouldn't be playing the first Looter. We got a Sift. Horseshoe Crab. Another Arcane Denial. Let's see. Don't mind me. So 75-cent rare I don't think is worth it. The Ash Barrens is going to be worth more in a month. Yeah. 2 mana 2/1 that can't block. Another Arcane Denial. Arcane Denial. I'm going low, so I need to be able to shut off their fatties. Oromancer, Heavy Ballista, or Arbalist. Flat Counterspell. Foil Relentless Rats. Welcome to the team, buddy. We got another Fathom Seer. Got another Shoreline Ranger. If we go on another Zealot. Just start seeing what this aggro deck will look like. Another cut, or we can take a Cutthroat. Now we might wheel a Cutthroat. Choking Tethers probably isn't too bad. A second Choking Tethers probably isn't too bad, but I want to try to just do the aggro thing. I think that's where I'm kind of priced into. Maybe even go down on the Fathom Seers if I can get away with it. That being said, I don't see much else in this pack. Target 5 mana target creature can't be blocked this turn. What do you do? Yeah, there ain't much here for me. Alright, second Fathom Seer, I guess. Try to get our Morph on. Rat Catcher. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may search your library for rat card, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your library. Well, I do have 2 Relentless Rats. I think that's all I really got, though. Hey, is that zombie a rat? You are a rat warrior, so you're not a zombie. Yeah. Outside, tutoring up some rats is not the worst thing in the world. Another Lacerator, or do I get the Twisted Abomination? I could have had so many accumulated knowledges, I could have looked like a constructed deck. Hopper. Take the 1 Twisted Abomination so I can go have 2 Cyclers in my deck. Another Cutthroat isn't bad. Ancient Craving seems good, though. 4 mana. So we want a 2 mana 2/1 with the upside of maybe being able to tutor it out if he ends up making the deck. Do we want another Lacerator? I'm looking like I probably got a pretty good aggro build here, where this guy might not even make the cut. It was that horrible pack that I started with initially that only had 1 black card in it and has no blue cards now. That's sweet artwork. Take a Fencing Ace. So many Fathom Seers. Oh my god. I'm playing none of these cards. We'll just put you over there. This can deal with troublesome permanents, because it's target non-land permanent, but this can just flat out finish a game. Yes, I take the Morph. Second totally lost for the board. And an Ambassador Oak for my troubles. Didn't open anything too splashy. Granted, the Plague Winds. I got an amazing Commander Wrath. How much is that worth? 4 cents. Down from a dime. So cool. Alright, well, let's build a deck out of this pile. Let's group the creatures separately. I am going to play the Cavern. Curiosity seems like it could be a good game. Being able to get a Lacerator down or get a Lacerator down on turn 1 and just Curiosity up and just start drawing cards. Only got 2 Relentless Rats, but still getting 2 of them. A 3 mana 3/3 is not bad. Mystic of the Hidden Way. Paying 5 mana for him is probably not going to happen too terribly often. Ghost Ship is just kind of silly. I don't have any sacrifice mechanics, but Zulaport Cutthroat can still make it punishing for my opponent to be blocking my 1/1, so he might just take it. Merfolk Looters really where I don't want to be. Oh, Fencing Ace is supposed to be in the board anyways. And probably the Fathom Seers too. Shoot, I could almost go mono black with this pile. So we got... You're actually more of a 2-drop spell. Seems like a reasonable top end. I might end up casting the Street Wraith, but having a Street Wraith, I was probably going to pick him up after this anyways. Alright, let's say... probably... Yes, 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 yes. Now, of these two, Surge of Dread and Choking Tethers, I'm gonna guess I probably don't want the Dirge, because unless I'm playing versus a black deck, or if I'm playing versus a black deck, it's kind of bad. But mana efficiency wise, I'd rather have the 3 instead of the 4. Granted, they both can cycle, which is nice. So maybe a 1-1 split. 27. So tap down his board, get through. Make my creatures unblockable, get through. The Arcane Denials are sweet, but the artwork's pretty cool too. This is definitely... Now let's see. I'm at 25. This is definitely at least a 16 land deck. I'm gonna err on the side of 17. Well, with the 2 cyclers there, I got other cycling in the deck as well. I can make another mistake and try to go 16, 24. Alright, let's see what the color breakdown looks like. Definitely heavier black than blue. I don't have any double blue pip spells. I gotta cut one more card. Right now, if I am going 16 lands, I gotta cut one more card. So, gotta keep the cyclers, because I'm using these to cheat on lands. Probably gonna be the Totally Lost, because if I'm casting some... If I'm up to that... Coming down to the Totally Lost or one of the Arcane Denials. Arcane Denial, being an aggro deck, gonna look a little funny, but I do get to... It does replace itself, and I can like counter my own spell to draw 3 cards in the beginning of the next turn. So that's a thing that can happen. So I think we cut the Totally Lost. Probably wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't drafted in so long. Bring in the Morph. See what they suggest for basics. 10-5. I do have... My only double black spells are at 5 and 6. So I think a 9-6 split with the 2 cyclers plus the caverns should be okay. Oh wait, I didn't count the murder or the relentless rats. Yeah, 9-6 will be fine. That's where I should be. That should give me double black on turn 3 for my rats. For my murder. Maybe MTGO was right, but I really want to be able to get a Phantasmal Bear down on turn 1 if that's my best option, and have Arcane Denial up early so I can keep attacking. Start. Took literally all of 3 seconds to queue up a game, and here we go. I got a turn 1 Phantasmal Bear. I got a turn 2 Zulaport Cutthroat, and then I can put a Mystic face down on turn 3. Getting a Curiosity on him will just be kind of game over, which would be awesome. Another black source is pretty sweet. Cycles Horror of the Broken Lands. Okay. Phantasmal Bear down. See what he's got. Obviously, being an illusion, I can't Curiosity up the bear. Yep, sure. Draws a card, loses life. Oh, I'm an idiot. I am so... Meant to play the swamp there. Don't mind me. Get in for 2, and pass turn because I'm a moron. Opponent has 3 mana. Alright. Well. Play a morph. Back for 2. He's gonna block. Okay. Yep, that works. I get a spell out of his hand. He's still gonna lose life this turn. Because the Zealot coming back in is going to cause him to lose life and draw a card. So, no quest counter. Which is awesome. You are 3 to flip back up. Diabolic Edict, yep. That happens. Yep, he gets a quest counter on this. He needs 4 or more. Goes as his cycle as his Templar. Gets the plains. Only has 5 mana. Do I cycle this to make sure I get the lands to get the Rat Catcher? I guess I really don't have a lot else going on this turn anyways. Draw a Relentless Rat anyways. We'll play out the rat. Learn how to tap mana. Play out the rat. And play out the swamp. Can't attack here. It's another counter. Halfway to Ascension. Cycles another Templar. One more land and they could be casting these. My opponent. Still 4 cards in hand. At least one of them is a plains. And he plays out a swamp. Wow. Opponent took all the Templars. No attacks from my opponent. Okay. So, go ahead and play a rat. Go get a land. And can't let that get to 4. So I might have to start suiciding creatures and get the drain triggers off from Cutthroat. I want to play some Mishra's Factory. And cast a Twisted Abomination. Attacks for 3, sure, we take. Murder's good here. He doesn't have the mana up to be able to protect Twisted Abomination. Well, first things first, we suicide a rat. Great happens. Oh no, he's gonna sack it. Yep. Alright. I get to keep my rat. He doesn't lose any life. I should have sent more guys in. He can make 3 angels this turn. They can make 3 angels this turn. Wow. Did I misplay this or what? Rat Catcher will get me a Relentless Rat. So we will... draw a card. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get out of that angel production. So, knowing that, both these totally lost are coming in. We'll even take out the ninjas. Okay, the monks. Maybe I should be playing the Caustic Tar. I got way too much mana that game. And being able to just tap this for 3 life, or to deal 3 damage is pretty good. I'll completely shut off the Lunarch Mantle that way. So maybe I only go with 2 Totally Lost, because this is like a win con that I probably should have put in the deck to begin with. Super damage standard. Oh, Surge has to come out. Surge is not good. He's playing way too many they are playing way too many black creatures. And we'll bring in the other choking Heathers. No swamps. I got an Arcane Denial. Can't keep this. Okay. Got a turn 2 play. And he'll Stonewall. They will Stonewall immediately. I do have a Totally Lost. I'm going to play out the right mana in the right order this time. I have double black spells in my deck. Oh my god. Such an idiot. Oh well. Maybe that can get in the red zone. Maybe they won't have a turn 2 play. Alright, they don't. Probably has a Diabolic Edict though. So let's undo. Play a swamp. Play around the Edict. Go ahead and put Curiosity up over here. Get in for a card. Cycles Twisted Abomination. Goes to get a swamp. Arcane Denial's not bad. One other mana, so I can play out another Cutthroat. Opponent has at least a swamp in hand and 7 other cards. Ugh. Well, that's a redraw. Actually, if I get another creature or 2 out and another Cutthroat, his Death Trigger is not too terrible. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and play into this. And pass. What you got, sucker? That is 8. Or when another... Oh, or another creature. That is literally 8 damage sitting on the board right now. If I can kill that. Opponent's getting in. I think they realize that blocking's probably not a good idea. Another island is great, so I can totally lost something if I need to, and I got Arcane Denial up. Let's get jiggy with it. Sure. Oh, he targeted himself? Oh, I'm an idiot. Well, the 8 train's good and all, but I think... Why didn't I counter that? Let's just let this resolve. Pay more attention to who the spell is targeting. God, I'm an idiot today. Beautiful. Opponent, 5 cards in hand, 5 swamps. Is Windmill Slamming a Horror of the Broken Lands? But do I want to give my opponent 2 cards, or do I want to make my opponent draw that next? I think we're gonna make them draw that next. So we'll put that on top of his library. And we'll pass. Ugh. Island go. I time walked my opponent, but all it did was draw me a card. Not the worst thing in the world. Cycles the Noble Templar. You can have a couple cards for your trouble. Vampire Lacerator is good to get me back on the aggro plan. And my opponent's almost down to 10 life too, so it's not going to ping me that much. I think the plan here is to slam a 3/4 flyer and say go. They got another Diabolic Edict. This is a bad plan. I know they have more than one in their deck. They're already about halfway through it. Another Plains. There's the Dusk Legion Zealot digging for another removal spell. Opponent is down to 10, so the Lacerator will not be damaging me. Don't hit an Edict. My opponent's gonna play the Horror here and pass. Yep, sure. Well, play the Lacerator. Press my advantage. When it's down to 7, I'll go ahead and hold the swamp. Could be another totally lost. They don't know. Okay, Mishra's Factory. That's another creature. There's a Noble Templar. No flyers. Attacks for 4, there's no way I'm not taking that. Come on, Street Wraith. Play another Lacerator. Attack for 3 in the air. Opponent's down to 4. 9 mana at their disposal. Phyrexian Ghoul. Not going to stop my flyer. They got one more draw step. We know you want. 7. Lacerator trigger. Attack for 3. Okay. This figure just makes this Xaxes. Play the classic Tar. Tap. Target my opponent. Got there. Woo! So my opponent and I both have over 15 minutes left for this match 3. So even if it goes a little on, we're not going to go to time. That's really important to me. Okay, I do have my island. Would 6 be better? Turn 2, cycle this to go get an island. Or turn 2, play this. Turn 3, cycle, go get an island. Curiosity. Swamp, go. Play out the rat. Cycle to Renewed Faith. Gains 2 life. That is some sweet artwork on Renewed Faith. Opponent has 3 mana. There's a Lunarch Ascension. 1 mana available. Let's go ahead and get my island. Cast Curiosity, see what happens. Looks like my opponent's F6 here. No Swords to Plowshares. Now I get the value train started. At least for a turn or 2. They start playing out blockers. I have both of these blocking or choking tethers to be able to tap down their board. 2 mana 2/1. While not impressive, when I'm pretending it's a Ninja of the Deep Hours. Ooh, Island's good. I like Island. Attack for 2. Cycles. Akroma's Vengeance. Draws a card. Play a Zealot. Draw a card. I got Arcane Denial if my opponent goes to shut off my card draw. I can tap a blocker out of the way. That's fine. I'll let that go. Ugh. Starting to get too many lands up in here. I'll attack with both. Obviously, my opponent's probably going to block the one with Curiosity on it. If he goes to cast a spell to keep it alive. Nope, it just resolves. And we will pass. There's no point in Playing out the Twisted Abomination until I can hold up the Regeneration 2. Although Edict effects, the regeneration doesn't work. On in Fengraf. Okay. Some sweet value with the Noble Templars. I'll let you have a card. Let you have 2 cards. That's better than a 4/4, right? Yep. Ooh. And a Lacerator? It's gonna get down the Abomination here. It's safe versus Edict effects because of the Dusk Legion Zealot. And it's more damage than both these other cards put together. Bonus down to 15. Seven cards in hand, 7 mana on the board. There's a Death Buzzard. Sure. That's a murder. Well, we'll attack with both. They can block here, and then the trigger will kill the Zealot. Yep. Sure. Still take a point of damage. I tap that Roan again. Lay out the Lacerator. Wait, that has Death Touch too? Oh wait, it did 2 damage and 1 to everything. So maybe I should have kicked off the Choking Tethers. I could have just cycled it. Diabolic Edict? Okay, sure. 2 damage if I don't... If I didn't attack, that's not going to happen. So we'll get rid of the Lacerator. I can just cycle these away, tap the creature at his end, at their end step. Hold up Murder for one of the other things they're probably getting back out of the yard. 4 cards in hand. 7 lands. What do we got? Okay. Alright. Tap that down, draw a card. Legion Zealot, draw a card. Card's just a win condition. Murder in hand. Gonna cash in his Fengraf and get a creature back to his hand. Gets the Horror of the Broken Lands. Sure. 8 mana. Here comes the Horror. Attacks for 3. Yeah, we'll take. Tap his board. Get a... Oh, yeah, baby. These both effectively do the same thing, except for this one can hit now. So that's a clock all on its own. Opponent does have 7 power, and if they have any more cyclers, that could actually be kind of bad for me. But I'm at 15. My opponent's effectively at 6. So they really can't attack with the Horror. Because if they do, I win with murder. Cycles horror. Draws a card. Attack with that horror. 1, 2, 3. Murder that. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Attacks with both. Down to 6. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. Biscadecaphobia. Opponent's going to try to gain life. That is an interesting choice. Island's good here. Island's real good here. Murder? Alright. That buys my opponent a turn. Murder fizzles. Attack with a 2, 3. Street Wraith. Cycles the horror, or cycles a Noble Templar. Go get a land now for reasons. And we're gonna pass. Opponent's gonna gain a life up to 5. I'm gonna go up to 7. Got there. That was amazing, fam. That was so good. Thanks for watching the video. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing. You can follow me on Twitter @GeekLukeG. This is Couch Troll Brewing.